Hi guys. Hi. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Serg Show. My name is Sergine for those of you that are new, and I'm just a queen spreading knowledge on the scene from inner wisdom, being connected to her inner God source. And I hope everyone's week has been extremely different but resting but clarified, and all of the above, all of the positive above. So today's message is going to be, what's up with my hair accessory? Today's message is going to be about how I view church now, aka religion. But I'm gonna go with like the history of what I experienced, which I came from a religious house. Well, I wouldn't say household. My mother was religious, my father was not so much, but for the most part, I did not really find my connection to source until I left the habit of going to physical church, because I felt like throughout all the times that I've experienced church, I am also a Caribbean girl from my Haitian people, doing like so many like church visits and veille de nuits, if you guys know what that is, like being in a church from like mid afternoon to like 5 a.m. All of those things from a child being part of like my background was not fun for me, because I always went by energy and I used to never feel the spirit there. And it wasn't because, there isn't a spirit there. It was just, for me, my connection was never there. It felt like I was always being shoved into the Bible and shoved into whatever viewpoint that dictator or person that was leading that church at the time was spreading in his message. It felt like everything was being shoved down my throat. And due to the fact that my mother was extremely, the only way I could put it, she was extremely brainwashed to me. So due to the fact that she was brainwashed as a young teen, when she decided to become a 7-day Adventist, because she grew up through Catholicism, and then she decided to convert into 7-day Adventist at 16, which was like against her mother's will. How funny. So the tables have turned. This time I completely just like left the whole thing. And it's not because I don't feel the spirit. It's not because I don't think God exists. It's more because after careful observation and after careful data collecting, I had to finally come to the conclusion that it's nothing that I will ever go back to. And I had to really make that decision, because there was a time where I was going through my dark night of the soul and I didn't go. And then when I was trying to seek, the kingdom of God within, I tried to attempt to go back inside of a church, and I felt like everything was different even more. And this was even after like the shutdown that we experienced like not 3 years ago, maybe 6 years ago now. That little stint that we experienced during that time frame where everything in the world was stopped. When I went back and everything started moving again in the world, when I went back just to test my data to see like, oh, do I feel different? Do I rather be here? Do I want to come back here? It did not feel the same. I just felt like the spirit was not for me inside of there. The spirit was for me inside of my room. It was for me in nature locations. It was for me hanging out with an animal. It was for me with a great conversation with a like mind. It was never like, the spirit was not for me inside of a physical church. And it's not because another person can't find their path to the kingdom inside of their inner verse there. It's more so because I've been able to realize that once you've been to one of them, you've been to all of them, to put it plain. It's not something that resonates with me anymore. It's something that I feel is becoming more egoic rather than spiritual. and connected to source. It's more egoic, it's more projection, it's more shame, and it's lack of expansion in the consciousness of the message that's being spreaded out there. And I feel like, you know, Christ does not shame you for your thoughts, your quirks, your expansion, your curiosity of life. Christ never would do that. He would actually let you be and be a guide, if anything. But I just think that the way they have gone about it has kind of turned me off to entertaining it furthermore. And, you know, this message is not for everyone. It doesn't mean that you won't find something there. It just means for me, I no longer need that location for me to feel connected to my God source. I feel connected to my God source while sitting here talking to you guys. And if anybody take offense to that, that means you're not hearing me and you're not feeling me. But my cat is being silly. Come on, get out of the bag, Bubba. Stop, baby. But yeah, at this point, I just think that that's the best way I could put it. It's not taking away from anything that I learned there. It's more so letting me know that I have evolved from that chapter of my life. And if I want to seek the kingdom, I have my sanctuary to seek him in, and I seek him every day. And he is with me, and I am with him every day throughout the whole time I'm breathing. Everything, everywhere, all at once. So for me, that's just where I'm at with my views on church and religion. I just think that your religion is your belief and your trust in your faith of self and your relationship with God. And from that point, I just rather enjoy things in a way that helps me seek spirituality from a different perspective and a different level. So yeah, that's pretty much the message about how I view church now. And I thank you guys so much for listening. And I hope this message was as clear, as concise as possible, and you were able to get some introspection from it. And once again, like, comment, and subscribe. And please vote for me in the description box below. The link is there for the Maxim competition. And I appreciate you guys for listening. And I'll see you again for another message. Toodles.